What's going on, you guys? Back again with another video. So today, once again, of course you guessed it, on the Raptor. Today we're going to be doing a bunch of just little things. It's not going to be one specific thing. It's going to be a mixture of a bunch of small mods that really don't take up a whole video. So I'm just going to kind of throw them all together. These are things that have been kind of just piling up. And keep in mind, the truck's not even a week old yet. These things all were probably here before I even had the truck, to be quite honest. But we're going to dive into doing some of these little things. Today, the first one is going to be the auto stop eliminator. If you guys don't know what that is, this truck has a feature whenever you come to a complete stop, the truck itself actually turns off. Now, there is a way to turn it on and off, which is this button here. However, every time you turn off the truck and you come back and you restart the truck up again, that automatically comes back on. So it's honestly just one of those annoying little things that you got to remember to always turn off when you get in the truck. I just don't like it. So basically what this is it basically makes it so that that button by default is always off. So I actually have to go push it to turn it on. So real quick and easy install. As you can see, I kind of already started. All it is a bunch of plastic tabs to remove that top piece where the speaker is and that little tray. And it's two 7mm bolts, one here, and then two 7mm bolts here and here to kind of pop this all off. So from my understanding, all it is you take the factory plug it into here. This other side goes into its OEM location on the button itself, and that is pretty much it. So I'm gonna kind of just prop you guys up. I'm not even sure if you guys are gonna be able to see what I'm doing or not, but hopefully we get it. That's just how quick of an install this is. And there you go. So then all you're gonna do is plug this in to your new auto stop eliminator, and then just plug this right into here. My emergency still works. So one thing you do have to keep track of, guys, is if you're getting this for your car, I know it has to be specific. For example, in my case, one harness controls both my hazards and my auto start stop. So I already went ahead and tested my hazards, and those are still working, so that's a good sign. Next, we're gonna start or try or test this auto start stop. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of leave that there. We'll start the truck up into its accessory mode. And we'll see what it does. There you go. So it's already automatically off, which is exactly what we're looking for. Like I said, normally you would start the truck up every single time, and every single time it would be showing on, or I would have to go in there and turn it off myself. So I could push it, and there you go. Activated by switch. I'm gonna push it again. There you go, deactivated by switch. It's showing off. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the truck off, and then we'll start it back up again just to make sure that it stays in the off position. Cool. So that's pretty much it. Now we're gonna go ahead and just snap all this back together. Cool, so now that we're bolted back up in place, this kind of just snaps back in by some, like I said, more plastic clips. And then this is just like a little mat. And that is it. So, all right, you guys, so the next little piece of annoyance from Ford here that I really don't understand. I mean, Jesus Christ, right? You'd think by now, especially with these expensive ass trucks, they'd kind of figure it out. But this antenna just hits everywhere. I've taken it through several parking structures already, and this thing is just hitting everything, and it just, not to mention, it kind of just looks ugly. So I went ahead and picked up this Ronin factory little shorty antenna. Now I will let you guys know, they do even specify, they say it themselves right from the jump, if you don't install this right, which by right I mean choosing the right threads and installing it the correct way, which they even send you a little instructions card where they say the red thread lock goes into the antenna and the yellow thread lock goes into the truck itself. If you don't install it right, that red thread lock will seize up in your truck, and whenever you go to take it off, if you do, it could mess up this little antenna jack. And it's kind of funny, they go pretty all out to get you this information. They email you, they send you instructions in whatever, right, whenever you get the package. So needless to say, this is just going to look a lot better. Now, they do warn you that you will lose some reception depending on where you're at or where you live I really don't care. This is for the radio. I listen to Bluetooth off my phone anyway, so for me it's kind of just like an aesthetics deal. So all I'm gonna go ahead and do is take this OEM one off, and to do so I'm just using a 10 millimeter. Alright, so it's almost pretty much off, and there you go. So now we're just gonna see which one exactly is the threads that we need. They do send you two. I'm not sure why. I would think this would be like vehicle specific, but let's just see. And it looks like it's gonna be this fatter one. Yeah, because that one's just way too small. Okay, so it's gonna be this fatter one. We'll go ahead and toss this off to the side. Now, her instruction, guys, remember, make sure to pick the correct stud by comparing screw stud into the antenna with red end first. So then we're just gonna go ahead and grab our antenna, grab our red end, and I get it started into the antenna. And then it'll just bottom out. And then go ahead and get the yellow end into the truck. And there you go. Just make sure it stays snap. That one. Alright you guys, so the next quick little mod is actually going to be some LED lighting. I have no idea why. It's kind of like another Ford deal where everything on this truck is literally LED. Everything. Even the interior dome and map lights, except for their license plate LEDs. So I went ahead and picked up these lights from LAS Fit, and these are just reverse and undo the OEM yellow license plate lights in the back. So let's go change those out. Alright you guys, so as you can see I already went ahead and changed one out just so I kind of get a better idea of how to do it. It's really easy, really simple. So I'll go ahead and show you guys how I do this side. As you can see already, even just, let me hit my keys. Even just during the day, you can see a huge difference. Alright you guys, so we're under the truck, and as you can see, this little plug here, which is kind of hard to show you, but this little plug here is actually the light itself. So all you're going to do is you're going to grab, twist counterclockwise, the whole thing kind of slides out, let it dangle, and then you're just going to remove that bulb. I do need both hands to do this, so I'll pick it right back up. Alright, so bulb is out. I'm going to go ahead and kind of just put you guys down, put this in, and then that's the other thing you guys, the contact points on this thing are just, I mean, monstrous. Like, you're not going to miss them. I know on other T10 bulbs it's just kind of like a little wire coming up where these holes are, and with this light you're not gonna miss the connection points pretty much. So it kind of just pushes into place. I'm gonna go ahead and hit my unlock on my keys just to test it. There you go. And that's pretty much it. And then same thing reverse. You're just gonna kind of find the opening there, which you can kind of see. Line up the tabs. Let's see if I could do this with one hand. I should be able to. Line up the tabs. Just kind of twist it until those tabs line up. So once you kind of get the tabs lined up, you just want to turn counterclockwise, and then you'll kind of feel it snap into place, and there you go. Alright, so now that both are in place, we're going to go ahead and hit our unlock, and there you go. Even during the day, you can see the big difference that these things are going to make. So that's another quick little. Alright you guys, so the next little piece that we're actually going to be working on is actually from Off-Road Alliance, and all it is it's this little latch. It's kind of just like a pull string to drop the back of this rear seat here. For whatever reason, I mean, I guess I understand, Ford puts one of these for that side seat, and it's so you could get to your spare tire, your jack, or, you know, whatever you need to change out the spare tire, which is on that side. This side, however, they still have that annoying little tab that you got to kind of reach it back, and most of the time you can't get it, so you need like a wrench to hook it and pull it and then drop it. Well, this is going to take care of everything. This is just kind of like a bracket that goes between your factory latch, and then this kind of sits in between, and then you're able to pull. You have this pull string whenever you want to drop this back seat. All right, so here we are in the truck. As you can see, the passenger side has this little latch, comes down, right? Nice and easy. Well, on this side, you're having to lift this seat, kind of angle it forward a little bit, look back here, and then you see that little silver prong? Kind of pull that up, and then it drops. So it's just, this mod's just gonna make it easier. Connects here and giving us a drawstring. Now I believe this is a Torx bit, so I'm gonna go find exactly what size that is, and then I'll show you guys how to get it done. All right, you guys, so what we have is a T30 Torx bit. We're gonna go ahead and just remove the 2 factory screws holding this down in place. All right, put the 2 screws off to the side. And then now, I believe, if I remember correctly, this one goes like so. And then the factory oh, okay, it goes on top. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to put the OEM one kind of underneath like this, because there is a hook that hooks onto the seat itself, and then the Built Right Industries little bracket kind of goes on top of it. Now before you do that, you want to go ahead and now slide your little plastic pull piece kind of on to that little metal bar there, which is actually going to release the latch from the truck. And then now this is just going to get fed through this little opening like so. There you go. All right, that looks about right. So that's how the latching mechanism actually activates onto that little metal bar back there inside the truck. As you just push this down, and then as you can see, you pull here, and then that releases it. So let's do it again. There it is, activated how it would be when the seat is up in its closed position, and then to release it, you just, there you go. So pretty sweet. Now, real nice and easy, simple. Mount this back with your new release strap in place. All right, and there it is. There it is, all done, installed real quick, real easy. Like I said, that is how it would latch up on this bar. And then you see this little pull string. We'll release it just like so. Not sure why they kind of just don't give you that from the factory. And that's pretty much it, you guys. I believe for all these little pre-ordered mods, before I had the truck, that was it. The last little piece that I had pre-ordered was WeatherTech's floor liner. Now the OEM liner is actually really good and actually covers the carpet all along here. And you actually saw this install on the video prior to this when we were installing our sound system. Now, the reason why I went ahead and got this placemat and removed the OEM one is because WeatherTech actually offers a 2-piece design, where it's this front piece and then another second piece that would sit here underneath the seats. Now, the reason for me doing so and wanting this second piece, or this front piece, and leaving this back exposed, is because, as you can see, there's a little curve on the sub box which actually lined up perfect with this WeatherTech floor mat. And now that gives me the ability to be able to Velcro this down to the OEM carpet, kind of like the way that I used to have these Velcro down in the Tacoma. So that's why I went ahead and did that. These things sit perfect there. And that is pretty much all the mods that we had pre-ordered before the truck even showed up to, you know, in our driveway. So I believe that's it, you guys. I don't think I'm missing anything else. Like I said, just a couple quick little mods to kind of get this almost called it a Tacoma. Wow. To get this Raptor a little more up to date and up to speed on just those little things that we find annoying. But that's pretty much it, you guys. That does it for this video. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace.